Hey everybody, this is Panther0822. I wanted to just kind of do a really quick, vlog. Um, the main reason is I changed over to a different software. I changed over to something that's called OBS. Um, it's Open Broadcaster, I think. I don't remember what the acronym stands for. I could look it up, but right now I'm just tired. Um, anyways, yeah. So that's what I'm that's what I did a recording today. You guys should have that. I've actually got to upload it here before the wife gets home, which will be in about 50. Excuse me, it'll be about 15 20 minutes. So, um, I did kind of a Terraria blog. I just played a little bit of Terraria for about 16 some odd minutes. Kind of gave some updates and things like that. So check that out. And I'm going to apologize now. I really should have paid attention to the volume difference in between my mic and the game volume. I did not pay attention to that. That was my bad. So I very much apologize. I will apologize now for that. But this is also just kind of a test of the stream side of the software. The Terraria blog was a test of the recording. This is a test of the streaming. Um, Mainly because I actually wanted to see how well this actually works. So what I'm going to do here just real quick, so I'm actually going to shrink this out. Do I have any open windows right now? No, I don't. Okay, so we'll open one up. And we will go to... This is mainly because I'm curious. Okay. No, I don't need to do that. All I need to do really is come here and go to my channel. Cool. And okay, cool. Yeah, it's showing that I'm live right now. So, um, all right, fantastic. Again, this was I was just curious. I got to be really honest. I'm not really expecting anybody to be watching this at like 1:20 in the morning. I could be very surprised about that, but hey, it is what it is. Anyways, um, so the top link there that's there, and actually, let me kind of go over some of the links that are actually here in that description. So that top one is a GoFundMe for a service animal. I need a service animal. I need a service animal because of my MS. I have degrading reflexes on my left arm, and honestly, my left leg is not doing so hot. Um, my right side doesn't seem to be doing too bad. My right side seems to actually be maintaining. My left side doesn't, which is odd because my left side, I'm left hand dominant. I'm left hand dominant, right leg dominant, which is normal. Because most people usually, if they're right hand, they're usually left leg dominant. It's they're usually opposites. Not always. I've learned over the years that somebody's left hand could also be left leg dominant. Somebody's right hand could also be right leg dominant. It's just kind of the way things are. Anyways, so that's what that top link is for. That top link is so that I can get a service animal, so that I can get an animal um, to help me just kind of throughout the day. Because there are times where I have flares. I had a flare up. I had a flare up earlier today, and I didn't really do a damn thing. And I mean, I had to grab my cane because my left hip was kind of buckling a little bit to the point where I was a little concerned I might actually fall. Um, I haven't fallen yet, and the key word in that is yet. Um, I pray that I never do. However, that being said, with this MS, there's no guarantees. So, so that's that top link. The second one is basically the same thing. It's a Streamlabs, and honestly, I'd have to click on that link to even see if it's still active. Um, but that Streamlabs was actually for something actually a little bit different. The Streamlabs it was and is um, so that I can get better equipment. I traded in my MacBook Pro. I love Mac products. I actually prefer Mac products. Unfortunately, in the gaming world, pretty much the majority of the programmers don't program for Mac as well. So trying to find games that are available also on Mac are very difficult, and I would have to have bought Windows, a physical copy of Windows, and then boot camped my computer. It's doable, but when you're using a laptop with limited resources, it's not the best option. It really isn't. It works, but it's not something I would really recommend. And for those of you who may be kind of curious, I've spent a year and a half in computer science. It was a bachelor of science degree, but it was at a I can't remember the name of the type. Well, I can remember the name of the college. It was College America. I can't remember the name of the type of college they are, but the type of college they are is the type of college you don't want to go to because your credits don't transfer. And I ended up stepping out because I was having some health issues. So, but the emphasis that I was in was networking and programming. So, I've got a year and a half in coursework in programming. I've done programming in C, C+. I don't remember if I did C++ or not, but I know I did C and I know I did C+. I know I did PHP and I know I did some JavaScript. I hate Java. The main reason I hate Java is actually Java in and of itself is actually a good language. However, when you're probing JavaScript, it throws pretty much all the rules that you know for C, C+, and PHP out the window, because the syntax and the way that JavaScript works is very vastly actually different than the other languages. And what's interesting about that, and just kind of, and also I guess I'm just kind of rambling and whatnot, which kind of works. Anyways, there's not a lot of difference in between the different languages when it comes to basically what's called your syntax. Well, one particular programming language, as I smack the foam off my mic, as one particular language will use what's called a do-while loop to basically kind of run something in the background or repeat a process. A different program will use an if-then statement, and it's really just a matter of learning. Okay, C+ uses, if I remember right, C+ uses the if-thens. Well, PHP uses a do-while. I could be very wrong about that, so for those of you who actually know your programming languages better than I do, feel free to leave a comment in there and correct me, because it's been so long since I've actually programmed in the languages that I just don't remember. Is really what it is. So, anyways, that was a very long way of saying that the second link was actually so that, and I apologize for headphone users, I'm smacking the mic all over the place. And actually, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull my volume up here. Actually, I don't need to pull my volume up because I've got a control on my keyboard that all right, well, this is the long way of doing that, but it'll work. I'm actually going to click on this so that I can actually take a look at the links. Actually, I don't need to pull my volume up because I've got a control so that I can actually give you a little better information. Then I'm actually going to click on the Streamlabs because I'm curious to know if it's still actually working. It might ask me to log in though. No, it's still working. Okay, cool. Yeah, it is absolutely still working. Fantastic. Um, anyways, the Streamlab is specifically so that I could get better equipment. So the computer that I traded, my MacBook Pro, I traded in for a Lenovo desktop. The Lenovo desktop actually for the price for like it's like 430 somewhere around there. You got to be really honest. I love Lenovo computers to start with. It's when it comes to a PC, they're about the only PC I will touch other than like an MSI gaming computer. Um, but for the price, so again, it was like 430. It's running an AMD A10 chip, and it's running 12 gigs of RAM. I'm not going to bother to go into my settings to give you any further information. That's just the general specs. Um, so I mean, for $430 for 12 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte hard drive, and an A10 chip, you can't really beat it. I mean, it's a fantastic price and a really good deal, and Lenovo's actually really good at that. So the only downside is I don't have the money to get an independent graphics card, and I don't have the money to get the capture card because I need a capture card so that I can plug in my PS4 so I can record my PS4 games. Steam is great, but not all the games that are coming out are available on Steam. And one of the games that there's actually two games I really want to play for you guys. Even though for the most part I kind of focus on the older games like Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2, and then Inquisition. That's the exact order I will be playing them in, by the way. Um, and then after I get through those games, I'll look through some stuff and I'll go through there and we'll do some other stuff. Um, but there's actually so there's two games. They're both Final Fantasy games that are coming out closer to the end of this year, and I think they're still on pre-order status. So the first one is the remake that everybody's been hoping and waiting for, which is Final Fantasy VII. Yes, I am absolutely going to be playing the game, and I will make sure that I have a capture card so that I can stream it for you guys. So look forward to that. I'm definitely doing that one. The second one is a little older game, Final Fantasy 12. Final Fantasy 12 is a freaking awesome game. I love the game. Shorter than it really should be. So I'm hoping they expand on the storyline. Is what I'm hoping for. I don't know if they're just going to remake the game with better graphics and maybe change. I hope they don't change the combat system. But they again, it's a remake, so it's a possibility they could change the combat system. Um, but anyways, that's kind of the plan as far as. So that's what that's for. Um, there's a GoFundMe that's in there. Same thing. Basically, it's double dutying as far as the Streamlabs go. All right, and then the last one that's in there, the GoFundMe for Tommy Kaiser, or for Tommy K. Tommy K is my wife. You should check her out. She is on YouTube. Tommy K. Look her up. It's a picture of her holding a microphone in a white dress. So that's her. Anyways, um, and she is an absolutely phenomenal performer and singer. So I would encourage you to check her out. She is on Facebook. Tommy K. So Facebook.com/Tommy K Music. You can check that out and go from there. And I should probably wrap this up because the wife is probably going to be here soon or home soon. Although Gabby's not barking excitedly yet. So, but anyways, I want to wrap this up so that I can upload both of these videos for you guys. So that's the Tommy K Music. What we're specifically doing is I need better equipment. I've run sound. I enjoy running sound. I've got mixers. I've got microphones. I've got speakers. I need honestly some. I need some replacement cables and some better cables. And then the mixer we have works, but I could honestly a different mixer would be nice. But I also need an equipment rack. And that's kind of the important thing is I need an equipment rack and honestly there is equipment that I need so that we can do some things because we were doing a Sunday karaoke with Tommy K. And for the most part things were working really well and then life kind of happened and we've gotten away from it and we want to get back into it. but I still need to get the equipment because every now and again I'll run sound for a wedding. Not very frequently because for the most part, because of the MS, I honestly my patience and tolerance for things is kind of out the window, and I like earlier today I had a flare up and I was able to maintain my cool and whatnot, but I was very frustrated because for the most part I've sat on my ass. I haven't done a damn thing today, and my body was acting like I had done a workout or I'd been very active or I'd gone for a walk, an extended walk, or I mean my body was acting as if I had been very physically active for that day, which sucks. But that's one of the MS flare ups as far as that goes. Anyways, that's basically kind of what's going on. For those of you who are watching the stream at like 1:30 in the morning, thank you. I mean, this is like stupidly early or stupidly late, depending on. I didn't really make any changes, but we'll save those and we'll go back and we'll go back to this. It always amazes me because I will stupidly early or stupidly late, depending on a stream like this at like 1:30 in the morning, and expect like nobody to watch at this hour. And it always surprises me when I go back and take a look. Like right now, there's one person watching. It might be my wife. It's possible. Oh, actually, it probably isn't my wife. But I mean, it always surprises me. Although my pupper girls is acting excited, like the wife might actually be here. It always amazes me because I will stupidly early. So, anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Hit those links, follow them, and expect like and please help donate. Because reality is, I could use the help. I really could. I go back and yeah. Like right now, there's one person. Anyways, Gabs is acting like the wife is here, so I'm gonna kill it. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until the next time, this is Panther0822. Peace out, guys. Have a good night. Excited, like the always wife might actually amazes me because I will stupidly early. So, anyways, I'm gonna let you guys